There are tons of programming language out there. Each of the programming language has their own advantages and their own uniqueness. Have you ever wondered how each of these programming language looks like? In this video, we're going to see how to write Hello World program using every programming language in the world. C is a general-purpose procedural computer programming language that supports structured programming. To write Hello World in C program, we need to include stdio.h, a header file, then the integer of main, and printf hello world. And at the end, we need to return 0. C++ is also a general-purpose programming language. It was created as an extension of C programming language, which is why it is called C with classes. Like C programming language, we also need to include a header file, and in this case, instead of studio, we need to use IOStream, and to print out, we need to use the standard library and return 0. Another general-purpose programming language on our list is C#. C# is a multi-paradigm programming language. It was developed by Microsoft and it supports functional, generic, object-oriented, and component-oriented programming disciplines. To print Hello World in C#, we need to use console.writeLine and Hello World. Next on our list is Java, which is another powerful class-based object-oriented general-purpose programming language. More than 3 billion devices around the world run Java. To run Hello World, simply put system.out.println Hello World. Now let's move to procedural programming language called Pascal. Pascal is a small, efficient language that intended to encourage good programming practices using structural programming and data structuring. It was named after the French mathematician and philosopher and physicist Blaise Pascal. Ruby is an interpreted, high-level, general-purpose programming language. To print a hello world in Ruby, we need to use the keyword push and then hello world. That's it. Next on our list is Python. Python is a very powerful general-purpose programming language. It is used in web development, data science, creating software prototypes, and so on. Now we're going to move to scripting language called PHP. PHP is a general-purpose scripting language that is especially suited for web development. It was originally created by Canadian programmer Rasmus Lerov in 1994. There are multiple ways you can print Hello World in PHP. Two of them we're going to show here is echo and print. Next we're going to talk about Bash. Bash is a Unix shell and common language. Like PHP, you can use echo to print Hello World in Bash. Now let's move to a different programming language named R. It's a free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. We can just write print and hello world to print something. But since it's a statistical programming language, so we're going to take it a little further. We can plot any equation in R. For example, plot sine minus pi to 2 pi. And let's make the column red. And let's put the x label hello and the y label world. And you will get a sine wave with the hello world on the x and y axis. Next, we're going to talk about Go, which is a programming language developed by Google. For Go language, we need to declare the package. The package is the same as the file name. Then we need to import the fmt. Fmt is the short for a format. Then we need to declare the function main and fmt.println hello world. Next on our list is AppleScript. It uses a human-readable syntax, which pretty much feels like you're talking with a computer. So we're gonna tell application TextEdit to activate. Then we're gonna make a new document and set the text of front document to hello world. Then we're gonna end this communication by Intel. Another cool thing about AppleScript is you can make your computer talk. You can just type say hello world. Hello world. Cool, right? Next, HTML or Hypertext Markup Language, which is a standard markup language for documents designed to be displayed on a web browser. Many ways you can print hello world in using HTML. One thing we can do, we can use the title tag and put hello world, which will give a title of our browser. And then in the body, we can just hit a tag h1 and then hello world. Cool. Since we're talking about HTML, there another closely related language that often used with HTML is JavaScript. JavaScript is a scripting language that used to create and control dynamic website content. To write a JavaScript on HTML, we can just write a script, type text JavaScript, then we can just use document.write hello world. And we can also add additional styling like h1 and h1 closing tag hello world. We can also print hello world using a div. So we create a div with id hw. And then in the JavaScript, we can get this id by document.get element id and then change the inner HTML hello world. Speaking of styling, we can use CSS or cascading style sheets, which is a style sheet language used to describe the presentation of a document written in a markup language like HTML. You can also print hello world using the CSS. To do that, I'm going to create a div with class HW, and then in the style, I'm going to say HW before content is hello world. And also I can add additional styling like font width, and it will print a hello world. Next on our list is VBA or Visual Basic for Applications. So once you have opened up Excel, you need to activate the developer mode by selecting the preference and view, click the developer tab. It will enable the developer tab on the Excel. Then go to the Visual Basic and let's create a new module. And on the module, we're going to create hello world subroutine, and we're going to write message box hello world. Now to execute it, we need to create a button. We're going to assign a macro that we just created. Now, once you click the button, you'll get hello world. Next, we're going to look into Android programming language. Android supports two types of programming language, Kotlin and Java. Java is the official language for Android development. The large part of Android are written in Java. When we open up the Android Studio, it already comes up with the hello world in the activity main file. For this video, we're going to change the text view and remove the hello world from it. And we're going to give it an ID so that we can access this from our activity code. Then from the activity code, we're going to change the text view content to hello world. Android also supports Kotlin language. Kotlin is a cross-platform, statistically typed general-purpose programming language, and it was designed to interoperate fully with Java. That's why to print hello world, we can use the same approach like we did for Java. We're going to access the text view and change the content of the text view to hello world. That's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to our channel for more, and I will see you in the next one.